Calderdale are a tip at the moment. There's fly tipping everywhere. Some of the images that circulate on social media are absolutely disgusting. And if you talk about this administration's vision for Calderdale, oh my God, at the moment it looks like a waste tip with flies buzzing around it. On top of that, your response to this has been to introduce a tip tax to charge people extra money to take their household waste to recycling centres. I've heard stories of a lady that was charged £3 something just for one of her kitchen tiles. So I was getting charged for individual kitchen tiles to take those as a responsible citizen to a household tip to dispose of them. Your attitude to those people is, right, you're now going to pay extra money, we're going to apply the tip tax, stealth tax onto you. Is it any wonder that some people then go, actually, I'm just going to tip it over a hedge instead and save myself some money, when people are poor and they're faced with those charges, when they do the responsible thing, a bit of DIY on their house, take that to the tip and you hit them with a tip tax. It's a thing that even the Todmorden Civic Society for the ward, which the lead member represents, has said it's a retrograde step. We've launched a campaign to try and stop this tip tax. We've had over 500 people sign this petition already. Will you please stop the tip tax?
Councillor Press.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Tip tax, it's a catchy phrase, isn't it? But actually, I'm not quite sure why Councillor Baker is referring to it as such. This issue is going to go to the place scrutiny next week on the 7th of February, where officers will be discussing in some detail and in some depth where we are with the situation. As far as we're aware, I take it are you referring to the bulky waste charge? I'm not quite sure what you mean when you're referring.
I'm referring to the charges at tips that you've introduced, the tip tax charge.
Well,
Anyone who now takes waste to the tip has to pay.
Right. It isn't a tip tax. It was actually this charge for bulky waste was actually introduced to actually make the service more efficient, to actually mean that we could keep a closer eye on what was going on and monitor the situation. And as far as we're aware, our figures do not suggest actually that these charges have increased in any sense fly tipping in the area, and we are keeping a close eye on that. And I think, as I've previously said, if that situation changes, then as part of the review that we're doing in enforcement, which goes to Cabinet in February, then we'll take another look at it. But your comments, Councillor Baker, certainly do not reflect what I'm being informed by our officers, whose mission actually introducing this was actually to ensure that people could get rid of their waste more efficiently, that our officers could carry out the enforcement duties quicker, and that the service would actually improve. If you have any specific issues, then please get in touch with me and I will pass them on to our team and we'll see what we can do. But I really just think that references to tip taxes, it looks good on a leaflet, but actually it doesn't actually reflect what we're doing.
Councillor Baker.
Just a point of clarification, it's the charges at the tip, not the bulky waste collection charges. You're getting confused as to the policy we're talking about here, Councillor Press.